Hi and welcome everyone to our 36th episode of The Little Inside. Surprisingly, my name is still Tobi, and this week I'm going to talk a little bit about the first stage of the meditation practice. It's all about settling the body. So let's get started right after the intro. Once you have prepared yourself sufficiently for the meditation session, you're sitting upright, head suspended from above, body relaxed at ease, you're taking a few deep and refreshing breaths. And also you're practicing some smiling, receiving yourself with kindness and warmth, establishing a good motivation for the meditation practice. Then you're ready to kind of start with the first major element of the practice. Here, this is all about settling the body. The purpose of settling your body at the beginning of the meditation is to help you kind of ease into the practice, to glide into the practice comfortably. Also, most of us have very busy lifestyle, and so it is good to have some sort of kind of a landing zone that helps you to kind of smoothly transition from your everyday hustle and bustle into the stillness of meditation. When we are relaxing the body, we are starting with our legs and hips. So you hear me say in the guided meditation, our breathing in, feeling legs and hips. And as you're breathing out, feeling your legs and hips relax, to soften, to become more comfortable and easeful. Now when we're going through the legs and hips, you're going through the foundation of your posture. That what connects you to the ground. The reason for that is for starting below and moving upwards like a tree that grows, is that most of us are incredibly caught up in our heads energetically already. So as most of us are caught up in our heads, thinking a lot, worrying a lot, experiencing most of our senses up here, it is a good idea to start with the lowest body parts first. It has a grounding effect. After that, we're moving on to our belly. Breathing in, feeling the belly. Breathing out, relaxing, softening the belly. Now the belly is also a very important center of the body, an emotional center. We store lots of anxieties, worries, fear, sense of nervous imbalances and so forth. We're storing it in the body. You could even say that your intestines, your guts are sort of like another brain. We can say that we have three brains actually, or three most important centers in the body. Well, one is our actual brain in the head, and another one is the heart, and another one is the belly. So by relaxing the belly, you're basically bringing your attention to the belly, which helps you, just as with the legs and the hips, to sink the energy in the body downwards. So this is very, very helpful to ground you, to relax you, and to get out of the usual busy mindset that we connect with our day-to-day activities. Then the third step is relaxing the heart and the chest. So relaxing the heart is quite obviously, it's a very emotional place, storing lots of grief, sadness, your broken hearts, and there's lots of wounds that we carry around with us within our heart. So it is very, very important to relax this place. Now, when you're relaxing and opening your heart, so that's why I always say breathing in, feeling the heart, and breathing out, not just necessarily only relaxing it, but also opening the heart, having like an opening sensation in your chest, allowing spaciousness to arise, allowing a softness to arise, a warmth, even a kind sensation to kind of spread out into your chest. It is something that's very healthy. It is something that's very, very good. It connects you to a level of your emotions. It connects you to a level of tightness in the chest. It helps you to resolve it, release it, become more relaxed all over in your personality, in your body, and in your mind. Then we move on to our arms and shoulders. So your arms are almost like symbols for action. And you can even imagine that your arms are something that grows out of your heart. So basically, that it could be said that your arms ideally could be the heart manifesting itself into life. It's almost like this is something that helps you translate kindness and compassion, all the skillful, wise, and healthy qualities of your mind, to be translated into action, into life. And since we are using our arms very often based on a confused mindset, basically we're acting in our life very often coming out of confusion, coming out of doubts, of worries, of fears, of anxieties, of hopes, of all kinds of restless states of mind. And if our action comes out of these states, then the results will be unskillful as well. So they will lead to further unskillful qualities in the mind, just further anxiety, further worries, and so forth. So it is very important to see that your actions, they depend on the way your mind is set up. And that is just like a little kind of excursion in the symbolic nature, at least how I think about it, the symbolic nature of the connection between our heart, our mind, and our actions, arms that interact with the life around us. So relaxing your arms, allowing your arms, the carriers of action, the shoulders that very often people feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So it is very helpful and comfortable to actually pay attention to how your shoulders work as you breathe in, to allow them to release a little bit of the tension, to melt downwards, to feel more comfortable, more easeful in your shoulders. This is surely something that's great for all of the people who are working a lot in front of the computer, constantly kind of hunched up, and when we're sitting a lot, when we're having generally a very unhealthy lifestyle of the body, it helps heaps to learn how to release and relax the shoulders at least a little bit. Then we move on to our head, the seat of thought, the seat of intuition, of discernment, of logic, of planning, of wandering off into the future, into the past, and so forth. The seat of abstraction, conceptions, all the mind stuff, helping that to settle, helping your head to relax, to release tension. That results immediately in an overall sense of well-being. Because a lot of tension, we're holding it up in our head. Many people hold tensions between their eyes, in their forehead, even in their jaws sometimes, like some people, they're habitually grinding their teeth even at night. So it's very important to learn how to bring in a sense of ease, mindfulness, awareness, and relaxation, particularly also into the area of the head. Finally, we are relaxing the whole body as a unit. So you want to feel your entire body. That's more like the sensation of bodiness. When your eyes are closed in meditation practice, and sometimes I ask people, can you feel your body right now? And they go, not really. What do you mean? So many people are so out of touch with their bodies. It's pretty incredible, actually. Or many people are so out of touch with their bodies that they actually don't know whether they're feeling their bodies or not. So when your eyes are closed, here's a little tip for if you are one of those people that have a hard time feeling the body, then when your eyes are closed, ask yourself, what tells you that there is a body right now? How do you know that you have a body? That's the feeling. So you don't want to look out for anything fancy or anything amazing to feel, but just generally that feeling of bodiness, that tells you that there is a body that's there, even when your eyes are closed and you're not actually seeing it. Feeling that feeling as you breathe in and relaxing as you breathe out. Now this whole feeling as you breathe in and relaxing as you breathe out is almost like a little dialogue that you are having with your body. Now when you're breathing in, this is like you're listening. You're listening to each individual body part, like your legs, your hips, your belly, your heart, your chest, your arms, and your head. Listening to these parts as you breathe in. See, what is the requirement right now? Where could I release some tension? Or in other words, even, where could I get a bit more out of the way? Because your body wants to relax. It wants to kind of surrender to gravity. It wants to be at ease. But very often our emotional habits and tendencies, they're so ingrained in our physical system, they've become such a habit that it takes a while for us to become more conscious of the way we habitually create tension for ourselves. And so that requires this act of listening in a more and more refined way to what your body tells you. What would be comfortable right now in my shoulder? So that requires me to actually pay attention to my shoulder. I'm not just trying to push my will of relaxation up onto my shoulder and say, shoulder, relax, because I order you to relax right now. You should be relaxed. That's not how it works. Instead, you want to listen to the shoulder, feel it. See, where are there any obstructions right now to the shoulder sinking and relaxing, to it becoming more soft? And with an ever-increasing awareness, you will be more and more able to feel even very subtle obstructions in your energy and so forth. And in the beginning, it's mostly about just coarse muscular tension that you can release. And then eventually it becomes a sort of an energetic tension that we release. So what you want to look for is a sense of comfort. Please, if you are relaxing and it becomes really uncomfortable, sometimes I'm relaxing my shoulder and that results in a really uncomfortable stretch. We're not doing asana practice right now. We're not doing yoga practice right now. We're just trying to relax the body a little bit. Of course, that's also an asana. Of course, that's also yoga. But here in the meditation practice, it's primarily important right now for you to relax the body. You want to be comfortable and at ease in your body. So that requires listening. And then on the out breath, that requires a certain type of action. Based on your listening, you want to respond to your body and give your body what it needs, using your breath, your intent, your perception, helping your body to relax. Please don't try to fidget around too much. Many people want to fidget around. They think that by moving the body around a lot, they can solve their problems. But this is not actually the case. Your body wants to settle, and you can actually engage your mind, your breath, and your perceptions to help your body to relax from the inside out. Another tip I want to give you here is that you can actually count your breaths. When you're breathing in and out, you count that as 1. And you can stay actually for 20 breaths in the beginning. You can stay with your legs and hips. For 20 breaths, you can stay with any body part as you like, or 30 breaths, or whatever kind of amount of breaths that you deem comfortable and suitable. Or you can go with another method that you go to the next body part when you feel that your arms, your legs, your belly, your heart, your head, and so forth are sufficiently relaxed and comfortable. Then you move on to the next body part. So these two versions are also quite helpful. Some people like counting, keeps them on track. Some people like it more kind of free-flowing, going after the actual feeling. Yet another great tip is visualization. Use your skills to visualize whatever feels appropriate in that moment. For example, let's say you're staying with your legs. You're breathing in, feeling the legs, breathing out, releasing the tension in your legs. You might want to visualize that your legs are melting into the ground, for example, or dissolving into space, or filling with light. You might even imagine that you're breathing all the way down into your legs and your breath is filling every cell in your legs. And as a result, as you breathe out, every cell is opening. You know, there is absolutely no limits to your imagination. And you can use your imagination, the skill to visualize, in very direct ways to help and aid the process of relaxation. This is highly recommended. So again, to give you a little summary about the benefits of this first step, then you could say that this first step is very dynamic in nature. So it helps you to come from a restless, daily, busy state of mind towards a more calm, meditative state of mind. And for most people, because it's so dynamic, it's a bit easier rather than just bringing the mind into a static focus onto the breath right from the beginning. I don't really think that this works for most people very well. Another benefit would be that it increases your mindfulness. So while you're actually using this dynamic method, your mindfulness is increased. It's kind of prepared for the meditation session. It's a warm-up for your mindfulness. And another great benefit is definitely that this practice has also the capacity to heal you, paying attention to your body, relaxing and releasing tension in the body, giving your body the kindness of your presence, of your care. As you breathe in, you give it attention. As you breathe out, you take care of its needs. This is a very healthy thing to do. There's absolutely no doubt about that one. Now we're coming to the end of this week's session. I hope that was helpful. It's just a little explanation of our regular meditation technique here, in particular stage 1. If you do have any questions or maybe any further requests, then you can just write it down in the comment section below. I'm always happy to read your comments. And for now, I'm looking forward to see you all again next Wednesday and wish you a fantastic mindful week. Bye-bye.